Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Don Bosco High School for tonight's boys varsity matchup between the Don Bosco Dons and we have the Jesup Jayhawks in town. Let's meet tonight's starters for the Don Bosco Dons.
Ryan Naughton, point guard, junior. Ty Prater, shooting guard, sophomore.
Ben Sneaker, forward, senior. Ryan McFadden, forward, junior. Jack Birdie, center, junior.
And we'll send it down to Randy Stewart for our introductions tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Don Bosco Catholic High School. Tonight, the Dons step out of our conference play to host our local rival, the Jesup Jayhawks. Sportsmanship is an expectation. These let the players play, the coaches coach, and the officials officiate. Recognize and acknowledge great plays from both teams. Respect decisions made by contest and school officials. Refrain from taunting, booing, heckling, and the use of inappropriate language. Respect the athletes, coaches, officials, and fans around you. Be a good sport. Good sportsmanship manners, it starts with you. Also, for the governor's proclamation, masks are required in high school gyms across the state of Iowa, and we thank you for your cooperation. And now the starting lineups for tonight's game. For our guests, the Jayhawks, number 0, Parker McCollum. Number 12, Ryan Naughton. The Jayhawks, number 2, Nick Besser. The Jayhawks, number 5, Jason Busher. The Jayhawks, number 4, the Jayhawks, number 14, Jack Miller. The Jayhawks, number 22, Jack Freddy. The Jayhawks, number 22, Varsity Boys Game. Coach for the Jayhawks, Jones Lyons, assistant by Steve Schmidt, Mike Johnson, and Don Donnelly. Head coach for the Dons is Zach Goodwin, assisted by Nate Backus, Andrew Cruz, and Chuck Toma. Now, if I could ask everyone to please remain standing, remove any headwear, and join us in prayer, followed by our national anthem. Almighty Father, you have given us all the gifts which we have and share with each other. Keep us mindful that it's because of these gifts that we're able to be here tonight, and because of these gifts we're able to compete. Help us be respectful towards each other tonight, to cheer and compete in the spirit of true sportsmanship, and allow us, when our competition is ended, to safely return home. We make this prayer through Christ your Son. Amen.
Can you see?
Teams are set, and we're just about to get this one underway. We have Jack Purdy going against Carson Lino for the tip. Jayhawks win the tip, and this one is underway. McCone with it in the backcourt, holding, sees nothing. He's going to give it off to Cresser. Cresser back to McCone. Long three, no good. Rebound down to Ryan Naughton and the Dons. He's going to take it across half court, gives it up to Ty Purdy. Ty Purdy's going to give it off to Ryan McFadden, right side of the wing, back to Peyton Pachinka, top of the key. He'll pass to Ty Purdy. Ty's going to come off a screen and drive, kicks it out to Naughton. Naughton's going to dump it in for Jack Purdy. Jack Purdy's going to turn, and too short, no good. Rebound down to the Jayhawks. Pilcher's going to take it. He's going to go coast to coast, no good with the layup. Rebound down to Ryan McFadden and the Dons. And Ryan Naughton's going to give it off to Ty Purdy. Ty Purdy's going to take it across the midline. Purdy to Naughton, dumps it into Pachinka. Pachinka ball fake, sees nothing, gives it back to Naughton. Naughton kicks it to Ty, left side of the wing, into Ryan McFadden in the left corner. Back to Pachinka, left side of the wing. He's going to dribble, give it. Nope, holds it, kicks it to Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to get bumped and fouled. They're going to call this one on Parker Mahone. That is his first, team first. Naughton in for Jack Purdy, left side of the wing into Pachinka. Pachinka's going to put it up and in for two, giving the Dons the early 2-0 lead. 6:44 left to go in the first. Pilcher gives it off to Mahone, top of the key. He's going to drive, kick it out to Pilcher. Pilcher's going to kick it out to Miller. Long three off the back of the iron, no good. Offensive rebound down to Pilcher. Pilcher's going to put it up and in, tie this one for two. Jayhawks coming in with a full court press. Peyton Pachinka gets it into Ty Purdy. Purdy kicks it up to Jack Purdy. Jack almost gives this one away into Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to go up for a shot, too strong. No good. Rebound down to Pilcher. Pilcher's going to drive. He's going to kick this one out to Brody Cresser. Too strong, no good. In for Lino. Lino shot up a no good. Rebound down to the Dons. Ty Purdy's going to walk this one up. Gives it out to Ryan Naughton, right side of the wing. Ryan McFadden, top of the key, kicks it out to Ty Purdy. Purdy's going to come off the screen. He's going to drive. That ball gets knocked loose and out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by the Jayhawks. We're going to keep it on this end. Don Bosco basketball. Purdy in for other Purdy. Back to McFadden, into Ty Purdy, into the corner. He's going to drive, go up for a reverse layup. No good. Rebound down to the Jayhawks. Jayhawks going to take it the other way. We got a kick out to Cresser. Cresser's going to drive baseline. He puts one up too short. And a scramble between Peyton Pachinka and Lino. Pachinka's going to come up with the rebound. Don Bosco basketball. Tied up at 2, 5:12 to go in the first quarter. Ryan Naughton is going to drive on McCone. He's going to kick it left side of the wing to Peyton Pachinka. Holding, sees nothing, gives it off to Ryan McFadden. That one's going to get bumped. And they're going to say that one was tipped. I thought that was going to be a backcourt violation on the Dons. And Don Bosco is going to call a timeout. And so we will be back with more right after this. Tied up at 2, 4:56 left to go in the first. This is Don Bosco basketball, live from Don Bosco High School. Pachinka into Ty Purdy. Purdy's going to take it across midcourt. He's going to get off to Ryan Naughton, right side of the wing. Naughton looks, sees nothing, gives it off to Ryan McFadden, top of the key. His ball is going to be intercepted by Miller. Miller's going to take it, lay it up and in for two. Gives the Jayhawks the 4-2 lead. Jayhawks still coming in with that press, and Ryan McFadden's inbound pass is going to be stolen, but Jayhawks pass is going to be knocked loose, and it's going to be recovered by the Dons. Peyton Pachinka's going to take this one the other way. He takes it across midcourt, off to Ty Purdy, right side of the wing. He's going to put it between his legs, gives it to Ryan Naughton in the short corner. Naughton into Jack Purdy. Jack Purdy hook shot, and it rolls in for 2. Jack Purdy ties up the game at 4. 4:14 left to go in the first. McCone gives it off to Kresser. Kresser shot fake back to Mahone. Mahone corner 3, or no good. Rebound down to McFadden and the Dons. And we're going to switch gears here. Ty Purdy gives it to Peyton Pachinka. Pachinka to Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to drive. He gives it off to Jack Purdy. Jack lays it up and in for 2. Don Bosco with the early 6-4 lead. 3:43 left to go. Miller with a long 3, and he gets that one. 7-6. Jayhawks regain the lead. Ty Purdy retaliates with a 3. Good! Ty Purdy. 9-7 Dons. 3:25 left to go in the first. Lino in for 2. That ball got tipped, goes out of bounds, and they're going to say last touch by the Dons. And Corbin Fueling comes in for McCone. Lino, top of the key. Left side of the elbow, gives it off to Miller. Right side of the wing, back to Kresser, top of the key. He's going to kick it back to Fueling. Fueling's going to drive, puts up a shot, and good. Tied up at 9, 2:56 left to go in the first. Ryan Naughton sees traffic near the center circle, gives it off to Ty Purdy. Purdy to Ryan McFadden, left side of the wing. Holds it, sees nothing, gives it off to Ryan Naughton. Naughton back to Ty Purdy, top of the key. He's going to be guarded one-on-one with Miller, and Purdy gives the ball up. We're going the other way with it. Fueling with another jump shot off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound down to Lino. Lino up and in for 2. Ball inbound to Jack Purdy. Purdy's going to give it back to Peyton Pachinka. Pachinka's going to take this one against Kresser one-on-one. Goes across midcourt, picks up his dribble. Gives it off to Ty Purdy. Purdy nearly travels with it. Pass to Ryan McFadden, right corner. Gives it to Peyton Pachinka, right side of the wing. Back to Ryan Naughton, top of the key. Sees nothing. Back to Ty Purdy, left side of the wing. He's going to come off a Jack Purdy screen. Sees nothing. Ryan McFadden, corner 3. Ryan McFadden, too strong. Rebound down to Jack Purdy. Purdy's going to go off for a shot, and he's going to get bumped and fouled. And he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. They're going to say this one was on McCone. That is his first, team second. Jack Purdy, first free throw up and good. Carter Even checks in for the Jayhawks. Jack Purdy, second shot up and off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound down to the Jayhawks. 11-10 the score, minute 46 left to go. Miller, long 3, no good. Rebound down to Jack Purdy and the Dons. Ty Purdy's going to walk this one up. Across midcourt at the center circle, gives it to Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to dump it in for Peyton Pachinka. Pachinka sees nothing. He's going to give it to Ryan McFadden, right corner. Back to Pachinka, right side of the wing. Back to Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to go one-on-one with Fueling. Looks, sees nothing, gives it back to Peyton Pachinka, right side of the wing. Pachinka guarded by Kresser. Back to McFadden, back to Ty Purdy, left side of the wing. Ty Purdy puts it between his legs, gives it back to Ryan Naughton. That ball is going to be tipped loose, but recovered by the Dons. Naughton goes hard off a Jack Purdy screen. His shot's going to go up and block. Loose ball on the floor, recovered by the Dons and Peyton Pachinka. 52 seconds left in the first. Ryan Naughton's going to come off a screen again. Gives it back to Jack Purdy. Jack Purdy's going to put up a shot off the backboard and good. Gives the Dons a 12-11 lead. 40 seconds left to go in the first. Fueling gives it to Kresser. Kresser in for Lino. Lino shot up and good. Dons get it into Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to take it across midcourt. He's going to give it to Ryan McFadden. Corner three. Off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound down to Jack Purdy. Jack's going to throw up a shot. That one's no good, too strong. Lino's going to take it for the Dons, and he's going to get called. There's going to be a foul on the floor. They're going to call this one on Ty Purdy. Coach Goodwin making his case, saying Ty had his feet set, but the ref was saying he's having none of it. It's one of the bigger guys on the floor going against one of the smaller guys, and 10 times out of 10, the bigger guy wins. Lino's first shot is no good. Ty Purdy, long three, off the back of the iron, no good. And that's going to end the first quarter. Our first quarter score, 15-12. The Jayhawks lead the Dons. And we'll be back with more right after this. This is Don Bosco basketball from Don Bosco High School. And we're back to Don's going to inbound to start the second quarter. Gets it into Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to take it right side of the wing. He's guarded by Fueling. He's going to give it off to Peyton Pachinko, right side of the wing. Gives it to Ty Purdy. Purdy nearly walks with the ball. Comes off another Jack Purdy screen. Jack's going to roll in for McFadden. Back to Ty Purdy, right side of the wing. Gives it back to Ty. And that ball in for Jack. Gets tipped and turnover Dons. And that ball is going to be tipped even more. And Ty Purdy's on the floor. But Fielding's going to take it. He's going to give it off to Even. Back to McCone. McCone for three. No good. And Pachinko comes up with a rebound. And we're going to take a timeout on the floor. So we'll be back with more right after this. Pachinko to inbound for the Dons. Ty Purdy got knocked in the leg. He's going to get tended to on the sideline. Purdy gets it in for McFadden. McFadden back to Pachinko. Pachinko is going to take this one across midcourt. Gives it back to Ryan Naughton. Naughton near the center circle, guarded by McCone. Gives it to Joel Nepper. That ball's going to be tipped out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Nepper, and it's going to be Jayhawk basketball. Pilcher into McCone. McCone's going to take this one across midcourt. He's guarded by Joel Nepper. Gives it up to Lino. Lino out to Miller. Kicks it out to Kresser. Kresser corner three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound down to Ryan Naughton and the Dons. Naughton guarded one-on-one with McCone. And he's going to take it up. Bang shot in. Trims the deficit to one. 15-14 our score, 6:38 left to go. Lino up and in for two, going against Jack Purdy there. extends the Jayhawk lead to 3. 17-14 our score. Ryan Naughton gives it to Jack Purdy, right side of the wing. Purdy's guarded by Lino. He's looking, sees nothing. He's going to do a long skip pass, and that one goes out of bounds into the Jayhawk bench. Boy, a little too much mustard on that one. Pilcher inbound to McCone. McCone's going to give it off to Miller. Miller's going to dump it in for Lino. Lino's going to get bumped and fouled. He's going to get the bucket and go to the charity stripe for the old-fashioned three-point play. Lino's free throw is up and good. Extends the Jayhawk lead to 6. Pachinka gets it into Ty Purdy, who checks back into the ballgame. Purdy going against Miller. Purdy takes it across midcourt. His ball nearly gets stripped. That one's loose on the floor. That one's going to roll out of bounds. And referee's going to say first down Don Bosco. So we're going the other way with it. Peyton Pachinka back into Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to take this one across half court, guarded heavily against McCone. Gives off to Ty Purdy, nearly walks with it. Purdy throws up a prayer, no good. Rebound down to Pachinka. Pachinka's shot up and no good. And he's going to get fouled, and he's going to go to the line for 2. They're going to call this one on Carson Lino. That is his first, team third. Peyton Pachinka first free throw up and good. Pachinka's second shot is up and also good. 20-16 the score, 5:47 left to go in the second. The Jesup Jayhawks lead. Kresser into the corner. He's going to throw this one on the out of bounds on the end line. Turnover, and it's going back to Don Bosco. Peyton Pachinka with the inbound to Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to take it. He's guarded against Miller. Back to Pachinka. Pachinka's going to take it across midcourt. He's going to get off Jack Purdy in the short corner. Purdy going against Lino there. Kicks it back to Ryan Naughton. Back to Ryan McFadden, left side of the corner. To Peyton Pachinka, top of the key. He's going to drive. He's going to put up a shot off the side of the rim. No good. Rebound down to McCone and the Jayhawks. McCone's going to drive and give it off to Kresser. Kresser's going to lay it up and in for 2. Extends this Jayhawk lead back to 6. Pachinka's going to give it off to Ty Purdy, back into Ryan Naughton, in for Jack Purdy. Purdy's going to get a shot up and in for 2. Don Bosco's going to take a timeout here. And we'll be back with more right after this. 22-18 our score. Jesup Jayhawks with the lead over Don Bosco. This is Don Bosco basketball from Don Bosco High School. Jayhawks inbound the ball to continue our action. Just under 5 to go. Fielding with it, right side of the corner. Off to McCone, right wing. Back to Miller, top of the key. Guarded by Ty Purdy. Off to Fielding. Fielding for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound down to Pilcher. Pilcher's going to put one up and in for 2. Pachinka inbound to Ty Purdy. Ty Purdy's going to walk this one across the board. Jayhawks coming out in that 1-3-1 defense to Ryan McFadden in the corner. Back to Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to give it back to Ty Purdy. Back to Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to be double teamed. Ty Purdy. Boy, he wanted that three. Into Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to take a long three off the back of the iron. No good. Rebound down to McCone and the Jayhawks. He's going to try and take this one coast to coast. Puts up a floater. Too strong. No good. Rebound down to the Jayhawks. Back to Miller. Three from the right side of the corner. No good. Rebound down to Fueling. Back to Miller. Gives it off to... That's McCone. McCone hits another three. Extends this Jayhawk lead to 9. 27-18 our score. 3:50 left to go in the second. Ryan Naughton, left side of the wing, gives it to Ty Purdy. Ty Purdy's going to hold it, sees nothing, gives it off to Ryan McFadden. McFadden's going to dump it back out to Ryan Naughton. Naughton to Ty Purdy. Purdy, an NBA three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound down to Lino and the Jayhawks. Fielding's going to drive from the left side. He's going to go up for a shot, gets bumped and fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line for 2 free throws. They're going to call this one on Ryan Naughton. That is his first, team third. And Corbin Fueling in for 2. His first shot up and no good. Fueling, a 71% free throw shooter. The 5'10 junior. Second shot is up and good. Jayhawks extend this lead to 10. 3:24 left to go. Ryan Naughton takes it across midcourt. He's going to give it off to Ty Purdy. Purdy dribbles in for Jack Purdy. Jack Purdy, right side of the elbow, gives it to Ryan Naughton. Back to Ty Purdy, left side of the wing for Ryan McFadden, left corner. He's going to give it to Naughton. Naughton's going to dump it in for Peyton Pachinka. His shot's going to be blocked and recovered by the Jayhawks. McCone pass in for Pilcher. Pilcher puts one up and in for 2. Extends his Jayhawk lead 30-18. Ryan Naughton takes it across the timeline, gives it off to Peyton Pachinka. Peyton Pachinka sees nothing, gives it back to Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to hold it. 2:35 left to go. He's going to dribble, gives it back to Pachinka. Pachinka holds it, sees nothing. Tries to dump one in for Jack Purdy. That one's going to get intercepted. McCone's going the other way. He puts up a shot. Too strong, no good. Rebound down to Lino. Lino puts up a shot in good. He's going to get fouled and go for the old-fashioned three-point play. Lino is 62% free throw shooter. His shot is up and too strong, no good. Rebound down to McFadden and the Dons. Ryan Naughton gives it off to Peyton Pachinka. Pachinka's going to drive. He's going to give it off to Ty Purdy. Right corner, back to Pachinka. Gives it to Ryan Naughton, left side of the wing. Looks, sees nothing. In for Peyton Pachinka, back to Ty Purdy, right corner. Swing pass to Ryan Naughton. He fakes, and he's going to drive. Tries to give it off to Jack Purdy. That one slips through his hands, and that one goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Don Bosco. Cresser checks in for the Jayhawks. Into McCone. McCone's going to take this one across midcourt. McCone gives it off to Fueling. Fueling back to McCone, top of the key. He's going to drive. He's going to kick it out. And a long three from Miller. Up and good. So just like that, a 4-point lead turns into a 17-point lead. 35-18 the score. 1:39 left to go. McFadden, left side of the wing, gives it back to Ryan Naughton. Naughton holds it, gives it to Peyton Pachinka. Pachinka's going to give it back to Naughton. Dribble, looks, sees nothing. His Ty Purdy, left corner. He's going to take a corner three off the right side of the rim, no good. Rebound down to Miller. Miller's going to give it up to Fueling. Fueling's going to drive. That one gets away from him. Gives it out to McCone. McCone three, good. (38-18) our score. And just like that, Jesup has blown this one wide open. Minute to go in the second. Ty Purdy with it, gives it off to Ryan Naughton. Naughton looks, he's going to get double teamed. Off to Ty Purdy, right corner, holds it. Swing pass back to Ryan Naughton, left side of the wing. He's going to give it to Ryan McFadden near the center circle, back to Ryan Naughton. I think they're just going to kill some time on this one. Back to Naughton, puts it on the floor. He's going to give this one back to McFadden. McFadden holds it. And back to who else but Ryan Naughton. And back to McFadden. Back to Naughton. 18 seconds left to go in the half. He's going to call something, gives it, and he's going to try and dump this one in. That one's tipped, and that goes to Peyton Pachinka, who lays it up and in for 2. 6 seconds left. McCone is going to throw up a long 3 at the buzzer. Off the back of the iron, no good. And that's going to do it for the first half. Our halftime score, 38-20. And we'll be back with more right after this. This is Don Bosco Basketball, live from Don Bosco High School. And we are back with third quarter action. Jesup to inbound the ball. 38-20 our score. Close first quarter, but then that one just snowballed. Lino starts off the third quarter with a 2, gives the Jesup Jayhawks a 20-point lead, 40-20 our score. Ty Purdy takes it across midcourt, gives it off to Ryan Naughton, left side of the wing. He's going to hold it, sees nothing, goes against that 1-3-1, off to Ryan McFadden. McFadden's going to hold it. He's going to dump it in for Peyton Pachinka. Pachinka back out to McFadden, kicks it to Naughton. Naughton's going to drive, dump in for Jack Purdy. Purdy lays one up and in for 2. Ball going the other way. McHone takes it across for the Jayhawks, gives it off to Kresser, left side of the wing, back to McHone. McHone's going to drive, kicks out to Miller. Miller's going to give it back to Kresser. Back in for Pilcher, back to Mahone. Corner 3, rimming in and out, and falls in for another Jesup 3. Ty Purdy takes across midcourt for Don Bosco, gives it off to Ryan McFadden. Long pass to Ryan Naughton. He's going to dump it into Jack Purdy. Jack's going to hold it, sees nothing, kicks it back out to Ryan Naughton. Back to Ryan McFadden, right side of the wing, gives it back to Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to drive, looks, sees nothing, kicks it back to Ryan McFadden. McFadden's holding it. Back to Ryan Naughton. Naughton dumps it in for Peyton Pachinka. Kick back to Ryan McFadden to Ty Purdy, right corner, dumps it in for Jack Purdy. He's going to go one-on-one with Lino, puts one up and in for 2. Mahone gives it to Miller. Miller's going to dump it in for Lino. Lino gives it off to Pilcher. His shot up, no good. Rebound down to Ty Purdy and the Dons. Ty Purdy kicks ahead to Peyton Pachinka. Pachinka in the corner, guarded by McCone. His pass is going to be picked off by Miller. Miller's going to take Naughton one-on-one, gives it off to Lino. Lino's shot up and no good. Rebound down to Peyton Pachinka. He falls on the floor. Ryan Naughton takes it across midcourt for the Dons. He's guarded by Kresser. Gives it back to Ryan McFadden, right side of the wing. Holds it, sees nothing, back to Ryan Naughton. Jesup out in that 1-3-1. His pass is going to be picked off, looks like Mahone, and Mahone's going to put it up and in for 2. And Don Bosco is going to take a timeout. 45-24 our score, 5:44 left to go in the third quarter. We'll be back with more right after this. Peyton Pachinka inbound the ball for Don Bosco. Ryan Naughton takes it across midcourt. He's going to be guarded by McCone. He's going to drive in for 2. His shot off the backboard too strong. And long pass looks to Miller. Miller shot up and good for 2. Ty Purdy tries to cross over McCone. He loses that one. That one goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Ty. And it's going the other way. And Don Bosco is going to take another timeout. This one's going to be a 30-second timeout. And so we'll be back with more right after this. 47-24 the score, 5:22 left to go in the third. Pilcher inbound to McHone to continue play. 5:20 left to go in the third. McHone's going to go out to Pilcher. Pilcher to Miller, left side 3. No good. Rebound down to Lino. Crowd wanted an over and back. And Lino, he's going to go up and in for 2. Gives the Jayhawks a 49-24 lead. Ty Purdy takes across midcourt, gives it back to Ryan McFadden. Ryan Naughton, excuse me. Back to Ty Purdy. Purdy, top of the key. Gives it to Ryan Naughton, left side of the wing. Holds it, sees nothing. Dumps into Pachinka. Short corner. His pass behind the backboard and, I don't know, hit one of the support beams. And that ball goes into the hallway. Pilcher into McHone. McHone's going to walk this one up across midcourt for the Jayhawks. He's going to take Ty Purdy one-on-one, gives it off to Miller. Left side of the wing, dumped into Lino. Lino's going to kick it out for Mahone. Mahone pass to Presser, corner three. Boy, those three-point shots are falling tonight for the Jayhawks. 52-24 the score. Ty Purdy brings this one up for the Dons, gives it off to Ryan Naughton, left side of the wing. He's going to do a long pass to Ryan McFadden, left corner. He's going to drive, dump in for Jack Purdy, and that ball is going to be turned over. Pilcher with it. He's going to take it coast to coast, and too strong on the layup, no good. Rebound down to Peyton Pachinka and the Dons. 52-24 our score. 3:50 left to go in the third. Ryan McFadden, right side of the wing, gives it back to Ty Purdy. Purdy back to McFadden. McFadden back to Ty Purdy, top of the key. He's going to be double teamed. Gives it to Ryan Naughton. Naughton's in for Peyton Pachinka, short corner to Ty Purdy, right corner. He's going to be guarded by Miller. He's going to dribble around, long shot, no good. Ball's going to be tipped and rebound down to Cresser. Cresser's going to take this one coast to coast, no good. Gives it back to Lino. Lino shot too strong, no good. That one's going to be tipped and rebound down to Ryan Naughton and the Dons. 3:14 left to go in the third. Ryan Naughton's going to drive. He thinks twice about that. He has it top of the key. He's guarded by McHone. Gives it back to Ty Purdy. Back to Ryan Naughton, top of the key. Gives it in for Peyton Pachinka. Free throw line, right side of the wing to McFadden. Back to Naughton. Naughton long three, good. (52-27) the score. 2:47 left to go in the third. Cresser's going to take that one baseline, puts it up and in for two. Jayhawks extend this lead to 27. 2:30 left to go. Ryan McFadden gives it off to Peyton Pachinka. Pachinka's going to go one-on-one against Pilcher. Up for a shot, and he's going to get bumped and fouled. And he's going to go to the free throw line. They're going to say this one is on Carson Lino. That's his second, team first. Peyton Pachinka's first free throw is up and good. Even checks into the game for the Jayhawks. Peyton Pachinka's second free throw is up and off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound down to Even and the Jayhawks. Miller, long pass, Jayhawks corner three to Cresser. Another one in and out, but falls in. 57-28 our score. Ty Purdy's pass nearly picked off to Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to take this one. He's going to drive, gives it off to Jack Purdy. Jack Purdy throws up a long hook shot and in, and he brings that deficit back to 27. 57-30 our score. Miller, long three, no good. Rebound down to Lino. Lino's going to get bumped and fouled. Lino's going to go to the free throw line. They're going to call this one on Ryan McFadden. That is his first. Team first. Lino's first free throw is up and good. Lino's second shot is no good. Rebound down to Jack Purdy and the Dons. Gives it to Ryan Naughton. Naughton's going to take this one across midcourt. Gives it to Ty Purdy, right side of the wing. Back to Ryan Naughton, top of the key, back to Ty Purdy. Purdy a long pass to Ryan McFadden. McFadden's pass intercepted. This one's going the other way. Cresser, top of the key, gives it off to Miller, right side of the wing. Miller, long three, and good. 61-30 the score. Ryan Naughton drives, gets bumped, nothing called. Gives it back to Ty Purdy. Purdy gets bumped. This one's going ahead to Fueling. Fueling's guarded one-on-one with McFadden. Fielding shot no good. Kresser puts one up and in. Gives the Jayhawks a 63-30 lead. Dump pass in for Jack Purdy. Jack Purdy shot up and good. 63-32 the score, under a minute to go in the third. Ball goes out of bounds. They're going to say Miller stepped out of bounds for the Jayhawks. This one's going to go the other way to Don Bosco. And Joel Nepper checks in to the game for the Dons. Ryan McFadden inbound to Peyton Pachinka, back to Naughton. Naughton takes it across the timeline. He's going to be guarded by Miller. Pass to Joel Nepper, right side of the wing. Holds it, sees nothing. His long pass is going to be intercepted by Kresser. Kresser's going to take it up and in for two. Ryan Naughton guarded one-on-one with Fueling. That ball is going to be tipped and out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by Fueling. Don Bosco basketball. 24.9 to go. Ball inbound to Ryan Naughton. Naughton dumps it into Peyton Pachinka. Pachinka's going to drive, gives it off to Jack Purdy. Purdy's going to get called for traveling. 15.3 to go left in the third. 65-32 our score. Miller's going to take this one across midcourt for the Dons. He's going to give it off to Fueling. Back to Miller. Miller's going to hold it probably for the final shot. He's back by midcourt, guarded by Naughton. Gives it off to Fueling to Kresser. In for Even. Even puts one up and in for two. And that's how the third quarter is going to end. So our score after three, 67-32. And we'll be back with more right after this. This is Don Bosco basketball from Don Bosco High School. And we're back for fourth quarter action. Peyton Pachinka inbound to Ty Purdy. Purdy gives it off to Ryan McFadden, right side of the wing. Back to Purdy, dump pass into Peyton Pachinka. Pachinka's going to put up a shot, too strong, no good. Rebound down to Fueling and the Jayhawks. Fueling's going to take him to the other end. Off to Miller. Miller, another three. Another one good for Miller. Ty Purdy takes it across midcourt. Joel Nepper, right side of the wing, guarded by McHone, gives it into Peyton Pachinka. Back to Nepper. Nepper, long three, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound down to Miller. And McHone up and in for two. 72-32 the score, 7 minutes to go in the fourth. Pachinka gives it to Nepper, right side of the wing, back to Ty Purdy near the center circle. Ryan McFadden, left side of the wing, dribble, sees nothing. He's going to dump it into Peyton Pachinka, left short corner, dump in for Jack Purdy. That ball is going to get intercepted by Pilcher. Pilcher's going to take it up and in for two. Ty Purdy, right corner, gives it off to Ryan McFadden near the center circle. He's going to dump it in to Pachinka at the free throw line. He's going to hold it, sees nothing, gives it back to Ty Purdy. Purdy, a three, good. And Don Bosco is going to take another timeout. And so we'll be back with more action right after this. 6:26 left to go in the fourth. This is Don Bosco basketball live from Don Bosco High School. Ball inbounded to Miller. Miller's going to take it across midcourt. He's guarded by Naughton. He's going to get off the Fueling in the right corner. Back to Miller. He's going to hold it back to Fueling. Fueling a long three off the side of the rim, no good. There's a scramble for that one down low. And that one's going to be, they're going to say last touch by the Dons. It's going to be Jayhawk basketball. Pilcher shot too strong, no good. Rebound down to Ty Purdy and the Dons. Purdy's going to take it the other way off to Peyton Pachinka. He's going to have that one. His pass is going to be intercepted by Miller. Miller to Fueling, right corner. Gives it back to Miller. In for Pilcher. Pilcher's going to take it up and in for two. Ty Purdy, top of the key. He's going to give it off to Ryan McFadden. McFadden's going to dump it in for Jack Purdy. They're going to call a kick ball on this one. They're going to keep it on this end. Don Bosco ball. McFadden inbound pass almost intercepted. In for Peyton Pachinka at the free throw line. Back out to Ryan Naughton. Into Peyton Pachinka. His layup too strong, no good. Down to the Jayhawks going the other way with it. Miller long three off the back of the iron, no good. That ball is going to be rebounded by Pilcher. Gives it back to Fueling. Fueling's going to drive short corner over McFadden. Ball rebounded by Jack Purdy, and they're going to call a foul on this one. And they're going to call this one on Jace Pilcher. That's his second. And Pilcher checks out of the ball game. 4 minutes left to go in the fourth. Long pass to Ty Purdy, left side of the wing. He holds it. He's guarded by Miller. In for Ryan Naughton. Naughton's shot is going to be blocked by Even. And that one goes out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Jayhawks. Ty Purdy inbound to Ryan Naughton, top of the key. He's going to give it to Ryan. He's going to give it to Ty Purdy. Corner three, good. Jayhawks going the other way with it. Ball in for Even. Even shot too strong, no good. Rebound down to Ryan McFadden and the Dons. Gives it off to Ty Purdy. Ty's thinking about going coast to coast. Gets bumped, nothing called. Off to Ryan Naughton. Wing three, no good. Rebound down to Brevin Dahl. Dahl's going to go the other way with it. He throws up a shot and gets bumped and fouled. And he's going to go to the line for two. And they're going to call that one on Jack Purdy. That's his third, team second. Dahl's first shot is up and good. I think statistically that is his first free throw all year. We got a line change for the Dons, and we have Nepper, Duarte, Big Pappy Shares, Ryan Hayes, and Delson Savage. Dahl's second shot is no good. Rebound down to the Dons, going the other way. Johnny Duarte, right side of the wing, holds it, sees nothing, gives it back to Joel Nepper, back to Johnny Duarte. 2:54 left to go. Duarte is going to drive baseline, nothing. He's going to get trapped. He's going to give it off, and I think Don Bosco is going to call a timeout on this one. They're going to take a full timeout, and so we'll be back right after this. This is Don Bosco basketball from Don Bosco High School. Delson Savage inbounds the ball to Joel Nepper. Joel Nepper's going to take it right side of the wing. Gives it off to Delson Savage near the center circle. Savage pass is going to be tipped and picked off by Even. Even's going to go the other way with it. Jayhawks a long three. That's Brady Reyes. Rebound down to the Jayhawks. Brevin Dahl puts up a shot off the front of the rim. No good. Rebound down to Johnny Duarte and the Dons. 2:10 left to go in the fourth. Delson Savage takes it across midcourt, gives it to Ryan Hayes, right side of the wing, back to Joel Nepper, top of the key near the center circle. Long pass is going to be out of bounds, and they're going to say we're going the other way with it. Jesup ball. Parker Dewey inbounds to Brevin Dahl. Dahl's going to take it across midcourt for the Jayhawks. Pass in for Even. Even's going to get bumped and fouled, and he's going to go to the line for two. They're going to call this one on Carson Big Pappy Shares. That's his first, team third. Carter Even to the line. His first shot is up and no good. Even, a 28% free throw shooter. His second shot is up and good. Substitution in for the Jayhawks, Camden Oshner. Ball inbound, 1:40 left to go in the fourth. Off the Nepper, right side of the wing. Gives it off to Ryan Hayes near the center circle. His pass is going to get tipped, and that one's going to go the other way. Dahl's going to go up for two, and good. Delson Savage off to Joel Nepper, right side of the wing. He holds it, sees nothing. His pass is going to get tipped. Gavin Nolan steals it. That pass is going to be up and in for two by Parker Dewey. 82-38 our score. Ryan Hayes, left side of the wing, gives it off to Joel Nepper. Joel's going to get bumped, nothing called. Off to Delson Savage to Johnny Duarte. Back to Delson Savage, corner three. Short. Brady Reyes takes it across the timeline for the Jayhawks. He's going to give it back to Brevin Dahl. Dahl's going to put it on the floor. Back to Reyes for two. Nope, he's going to call that one a three. Another three-pointer falls for the Jayhawks. Savage takes it across the timeline, puts it between his legs, gives it to Nepper, who's in the corner, dumps it in for Carson Shares. That ball nearly goes out of bounds. Jayhawks pick it up, and they're going to take it the other way. Ball in for Oshner, and he turns it over. And ball inbound for the Dons. Half-court heave off the backboard, and that's how this one is going to end. Our final score, the Jesup Jayhawks 85, the Don Bosco Dons 38. And that'll do it for our winter break. We'll be back with more action, I believe, on January 5th as the Dons host North Tama. Until then, on behalf of myself and all of our fans in attendance today, please drive home safely and have a happy holidays. My name is Andrew Cruz, and I am signing off. Good night, everybody.